From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you would have invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow? All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. This is Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA for short, where we teach beginners and so-called experienced crypto veterans about Bitcoin, blockchain technology, and all the ways we can make money in the space. Go ahead and type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestions for entertainment, training, and education purposes only. And it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. All right, it's Saturday. Is this the first official Saturday of July or second? Still in the beginning of July. This is my birthday month. This week, I celebrate 11 years being retired, walked off my job in corporate America. And that's a funny story because it was on my birthday, Friday the 13th, 2012, where the last day I walked into my job and I wore shorts and flip-flops. And they looked at me like I was crazy. And then I remember the head of the branch, which was my boss's boss, called me in the office and was like, are you sure you want to do this? You got a good job. You're making some good money. I hear that you've been, had a side gig going on and you're making some extra money, but those things don't always last. I used to be in Amway and it was a cult later on and they hyped me up and I was excited, but I made a little bit of money here. Are you sure you want to do that? I wish I could go find. I don't even remember that guy's name. I wish I could go find him now, 11 years later. But anyways, I believe that every single one of you, if you haven't experienced that yet, if you don't know the taste of freedom, that it should be your goal in life to experience it at least once. And the reason why I say at least once, because once you experience it and you taste it, it will be like a drug and you will do everything in your power to get it back and to keep it. It's motivation, extra motivation, the ability to wake up when you're finished sleeping, the ability to come and go as you please. Every day's a Friday or a Saturday. To buy whatever you want because you want it, not whether or not you can afford it. To go to the store and just buy anything regardless of the cost. Everyone should experience that. And when you do, you will move heaven and hell to make it a reality permanently. You know, we get that taste when they give us 2 weeks vacation from a job. And then after that 2 weeks, we got to go back to the cubicle. Just a little taste, but it's not enough. It's not enough. All right, let's not go down that road. This is Crypto Talk for today. Go ahead and type your name in the chat box. This is Saturday, so we are doing this publicly. This is not just for the inner circle for my company. This is for the public. We're streaming on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, many Facebook groups. I see who's been brave enough to say something this morning. Oh, Dorothy Mays. Good morning, Dorothy. Dorothy, I think we still have. Oh no, I'll find out about yours. Oh no, we did Zoom yesterday. That's right. So yeah, you should be taken care of. But I did record a video, and I sent that over. So we'll get that taken care of. Let's see. We've got DJ from Colorado. Good morning, DJ. Steve Randall from Memphis. Juan from Houston. How's it doing down there in Texas? You guys are breaking records with the heat. How's it going in Houston? Mr. Albert from Connecticut. I see you. Stephen A. Smith from Atlanta. Kenny Taylor from my backyard, Los Angeles. Marnita Casa from Colorado. NBA champions, Denver Nuggets. Patty Geist from San Diego. I know it's beautiful down there right now. Martha from Cancun. I know, even though you show up to me as a Facebook user, I know that's Martha in Cancun. Janelle from Colorado. Sonia Elaine Barnes, Plantation, Florida. Phyllis Eckford from Vancouver. Neil Brooks from Richmond, Virginia. Good morning. Daryl Cormier from Houston. Peace Family from New Jersey. I don't know who that is. You're showing up to me as a Facebook user. Maybe depending if I can see you on Facebook. New Jersey. No, you're on a different channel for me. Okay. Ann Perez from Rochester, New York. Good morning. Shirley Howard from Sarasota, Florida. Barbara Bibbs. Oh, my cousin. Good morning, Barbara. Hey, you know what, Barbara? I'm still waiting on that phone call. I haven't got that phone call from our cousin. I'm here. Gina Ray. Good morning. Facebook user, St. Petersburg, Florida. That would be, I'm going to assume, Jacqueline, right? Yes, Jacqueline from St. Petersburg, Florida. Nathan, good morning. Nathan, Adele, and Colin, good morning. Oh, you guys are from Trinidad. All right. Good morning. Hold on. Why is it dark in here? There we go, a little bit more light. Let's see. I got Paul Koski from Rochester, New York. Good morning, Paul. Stan from Elin, North Carolina. I have not heard of Elin, but I've known Stan for a long time. Elin, North Carolina. Tammy Laney from South Carolina. Kevin Strausser from Georgia. Chicago here. I don't know who that is. Facebook user, though, from Chicago. We got Jacqueline Cunningham from Cordova, Tennessee. Facebook user from ATL. Keenan Smith, Texas. It's a hot as fish grease. Hot as fish grease down there. How's your electricity grid holding up? The air conditioner still on? See, Michael Pendleton from Maryland. He's on YouTube listening to us. You just missed it, Michael. I had your picture with the dreads right back there a minute ago. See, another Facebook user from Georgia. Another Facebook user from Utah. Let's see, Darlene Moore from Slickville, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Darlene. All right, and everybody else in all the different Facebook groups, good morning. I'm in a very, very good mood today, as you can be able to tell. I think this is going to be an explosive and exciting month in business for the things that the projects that we have going on. The only three things that I have my eye on really this month, besides my company ILCA, is also the transfers from Nugent that goes through, and Starvara. In fact, I'm going to, at the end, I'm going to share a little bit of on the technology side, because we're dealing with crypto here. And the thing that Starvara is bringing to the table is new technology in the crypto space, where they want to be the Steam of the crypto space. And a lot of people don't understand that reference. So I'm actually going to show my Steam and give you a bigger picture. Why are we all on this gaming thing? If you only knew, if you knew what I knew, or if you can understand things the way I do. And I'm trying my best to express that. I see Tammy Clark, Alaska. Tammy, you're all the way up in Alaska? Well, how's the weather up there in the summertime for Alaska? So good morning, good morning. I see also Darlene from Slickville, Pennsylvania. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the crypto market today. And I have to remember, this is Saturday. So last time I was with all of you, we had we were going by week to week. So I got to look at the charts week to week. Okay, let's share screen. Window. Here we go. All right, this StreamYard can be funny with me. I want to make sure that my screen is a nice size for you guys. And yeah, all right. If it's any issues with it, just let me know. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on in the crypto market today. The market cap is at 1.2 trillion. Oh, flatline. Wow, this is rare. There's been no new money in or out of the crypto market in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is at 48.1%. Ethereum's at 18.3%. This should change in about, what time is it now? 8. In about 12 hours. When we see the Asian markets wake up, we'll see what happens here. Bitcoin, but just because, this is why I say it's important to read the charts. Since no new money came in or out, that doesn't mean that the coins haven't fluctuated in price, because there's trading going on between each coin and their stable coins. Let's see who's moved. All right, Bitcoin did move. Bitcoin moved down 0.6. Ethereum moved down 0.7. And Tether should be in the green. That's what happens. So what happens here is people sold their coins and probably moved it into Tether. So the stable coin should be in the green. USD coin is flatline. Tether is almost flatline. Lido Stake down 0.7. Cardano's up 1. Solana up 1.7. So let's see, is there any outliers here? Anyone that did anything crazy? And I want to look at 24 hours and the past week for you guys, but the 24 hours. Oh, here we go. Here's an outlier. Avalanche went up 7.8%, and it's green across the board. Why? Why did they pop up like that? Leo tokens up 4. Any other outlier here? That seems to be the big one, Avalanche. Let's see best performers in 24 hours. Yeah, Avalanche. ApeCoin is up 6.4, but it was down 11.7% on the week. So we're seeing a little bit of, this is what we call buying the dip. Whenever you see the last week is down a lot, but the last 24 hours we're in the green, people are buying the dip. When you see the opposite, where it's a whole lot of green over the last 7 days and red in 24 hours, people are selling for a profit. It's a little trick you should know when reading the charts. See, Radix is up 6%. Okay. Leo Token, Caspa, Terra Luna, Phantom, Toncoin, worst performers in 24 hours. eCash. I caught, remember last week, Inner Circle people, we caught it here, and I was like, why did this thing jump up? But now seeing it on a downward swing. Bitcoin Cash, Uniswap, Bitcoin SV, BitDAO, EOS, Fractshare. Okay, let's go with the last week. Best performers of the past week. Solana, 17.6% profit in the green. Maker, 13%. Aave, 10.1%. It's Tammy said Tommy says it's high 60s and 70s in Alaska right now. I guess that's in California, that's not considered high. Alaska, I guess that's hot. The Graph 9.6%, Avalanche 5.8, Filecoin 5.7, BitDAO 5.1, FractShare, Tron. Okay, worst performers over the past week: Bitcoin SV, Optimism, Conflux, ApeCoin, Phantom, Neo, VeChain, Ethereum Classic, Algorand, Stellar, Lido DAO, Mina Protocol, Caspa. Okay. Hasn't been a very good week, all in all. The week before it was very good. It was all green. Remember last Saturday we did this. Now we're seeing a whole lot more red over the past week. Yeah, a whole lot more than green. So slightly down on the week. All right, before I get into the news, new technology, because I'm starting to see news of this pop up all over the place, that Bitcoin is now, it's becoming popular to have a layer 2 smart contracts on the Bitcoin blockchain. That is brand new. We're talking about within the last couple of months. So most people in the crypto space right now are not even aware of it. This is why it pays to be in our inner circle. Most of the people in our crypto space do not know about layer 2 on Bitcoin. They barely understand layer 2 on Ethereum. And most people's entrance or exposure to layer 2 is because they were on social media, or a friend of theirs or somebody that they look up to, a mentor, is pitching them on a project and a new meme coin like Shiba Inu or something, trying to get rich quick and saying, yeah, you got to get this token before it launches. But the only way you can get it is on either Uniswap or PancakeSwap on the Ethereum network or the Binance network. In fact, Patty, were you able to make that swap for SGO over the last 24? Yesterday, I saw this morning. I saw all the talk last night in our Telegram group. Like, let me look at that. I did see that SGO had dropped big time yesterday, and that was perfect buying opportunity. Let's see. Wow, whoa, it's whoa. Why is this dropping like a rock? Down 59% in 24 hours. Hold on. Let me look at the last 7 days of this. Yeah, why is this thing dropping like this? It's down 96% from launch. Okay, let's go back 30 days, 90 days. It's going to be the same. So it launched and all was good around here. This is when I see this is what I would say it would be a fair launch. Patty said it's been blacklisted. So anybody got SGO news? I haven't heard it. I got to talk to either Leonard or Provis. They've really been paying attention to this project. Why did they blacklist it? And because of that, man, this thing is crashing and burning. Now, hold on. Let me see what's on my Trust Wallet. It was functioning as advertised. There's SGO. Good Lord. That dropped like a rock. But I have almost 30% more SGO tokens than I started with in just 1 month. So as advertised, the project's doing what it's supposed to do. But why is it dropping like this? I don't know. All right, I'm going to make a note. Monday morning on the inner circle, we're going to pull this up. We're going to look at this. Look into SGO on Monday. So on our inner circle, so you guys, he said he made a mistake. It was going to undo it. A new token. What new token? So they're going to get rid of SGO now. They're going to launch a new. Yeah, let's look into this on Monday. See what's going on there. But anyways, like I was saying about this new technology, most people don't even know about these meme coins until they're hearing they want to get in on the project, and they probably never even bought Bitcoin before. So they've got to learn how to get a wallet, buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or Binance. And if it's like the SGO, you needed to have Smart Chain BNB. So then you got to know, okay, so I need to get BNB first, then I need to swap it into Smart Chain, and then I go to Trust Wallet or MetaMask, use Pancake Swap. Then I got to make sure my slippage is high, make sure I got enough gas fees, and then I can do the transaction. Oh, wait, I got to give it permission first, and then I do the transaction. There's so many steps. And then if you're dealing with the Ethereum blockchain, the fees are high, every transaction. Bitcoin, for the first time, is now offering layer 2. If you're brand new to crypto, you don't understand all that, that's okay. It's okay. Just know that this is here. I didn't understand everything when I first got started as well. It took a while for me to start learning and understanding the lingo. But this is a big deal. The reason why is if you're in America, the SEC is attacking the entire crypto space. They're claiming everything except Bitcoin is a security. So if you're a company and you want to tokenize your project, you want to launch your own business, and instead of creating your own a blockchain, you piggyback off the smart contract created that Ethereum offers. And so now your token is a layer 2 of the Ethereum network, but now your tokens are at risk of being blacklisted. The SEC calling it a security. But what if you're able to do it on the Bitcoin blockchain? And the transaction speed is faster. And the cost is much, much, much lower. And you're under the safety and umbrella of Bitcoin, the world's largest blockchain network. The granddaddy of them all, the first. So when you hear us talk about Starvara, what you're not hearing is the technology under that is dark fusion. This technology, the future of Lightning-enabled smart contracts. No need to learn a new net language. Easy for businesses to want to use this to build and tokenize their business, providing real NFTs, real ownership, simple tokens, staking, batching, blockchain as a service. So the Starvara project is just a proof of work that this technology works. So when they say we want to be the Steam, what is Steam? For those of you who don't know, well, Steam is a program that allows gamers to download and buy games onto their PC. Any games. Kenny says, is that why VAR is starting out? That's correct, Kenny. But the technology was already being built. So Steam, it's like eBay or Amazon. It's like Steam. Okay, Steam is the Amazon of the gaming space. If you want anything, you just go to Amazon and type it in the search box, and it searches for all the businesses out there that's selling whatever it is you want to buy. And then you place the order. So Amazon is that middleman, like how eBay. Does anybody even use eBay anymore? I haven't even heard of eBay in a long time. It's all about Amazon. Steam is that same thing in the gaming community. All you have to do is create yourself a Steam account, and then they give you there's recommendations on different games, new releases coming out, community recommendations, DLC for you. I didn't see that. Because I love, and it's got different turn-based strategy games. Wait, I haven't looked at this in a while. What games do I already have? I've got, Patty, you just ordered from eBay this morning? So on my Steam account, I have Sid Meier's Civilization 5, Civilization 6, and SimCity 4 Deluxe. I like these turn-based strategy type games on PC. but I can download any, I can buy any game and I can download any game. Let's see. Let's go to the home. What's City Skyline? What is that? Oh. See, I like this type of stuff on my PC. Only $8.99. Let me add that to my cart because I got a brand new monitor here and I want to see how the gaming. I haven't played any games on this monitor yet. All right, I got that added to cart. Let's see what else they got here. The home. Total Warhammer. Stellaris. Okay. Steam Deck of the 20% off. Humankind. Steel Division 2. So these are all games. Is it the same developer that created all these games, or are they different developers? No, it's different developers. They created a product, and now they want to sell the product, so they come to Steam to make it happen. That is what this is. That's what's going to happen in the blockchain space. Dark fusion technology is going to be the Steam. How would you like to be able to earn a percentage of everything that's going on? That's the key. I need to play more. I like Civilization 5 more than I like Civilization 6 because I can mod it more. So I see there's a lot more new mods on Civ. Oh, this looks beautiful. Yeah, I got to play this stuff on my new. In fact, I'd have to, since I got this new computer, I got a new gaming rig. I'd need to download. No, I don't want to uninstall. I want to download Civ 6. Did I download it already on here? Okay, I think I already did that. All right. But anyways, that is the technology behind what is Starvara, which is what I am investing in this. Now, I like the game Starvara as well, but I'm thinking bigger. All right, let's take a look at some of the news going on here. I see you, Joyce Easley. Happy Saturday. Okay, second wave of banking crisis is incoming. Crash could rival 2008 global financial fallout. Macroeconomic expert George Gammon. So for those of you that might be new listening to me doing crypto talk for the first time, in my crypto talks, I love to cover what's going on in the global financial markets and geopolitics because it directly and will indirectly affect us in crypto. And by knowing what's going on, it allows us the knowledge to be able to make certain moves before the public even knows what's going on. We can prepare. I've been talking about this since last year in detail. I started doing the financial storm is coming in. What did JP Morgan say? You know, there's a financial hurricane out there on the horizon. There's no avoiding it. We're not sure how big it will be, but we think we're calling it a hurricane. They're not calling it a regular rainstorm or a tornado. They're saying it's a hurricane. But then they also said, whatever happens, we're prepared for it. So when you know that there's a hurricane coming, there's only a couple things you can do. Try to get out of its path and move, or hunker down and prepare so you don't get blown away so that you can survive the aftermath. JP Morgan has been making moves to survive the hurricane and then, never let a good crisis go to waste. Thrive once it passes. I always say when it comes to the wealthy, don't listen to what they say, follow what they do. So yeah, they make a statement like that, but what are they doing? What is their business practices? What are they focusing on? They've got multiple patents on blockchain technology. They just launched they didn't just launch it. They already launched their own digital currency. They made it available only to the high wealthy transactions in their company. And then they just launched it last month in Europe. Then they created a company called Onyx. And Onyx's whole goal is to put JP Morgan in the metaverse because they believe the metaverse is going to be a $5 to $13 trillion industry and that the whole world will be going digital. They believe that everybody who's looking at their cell phone and we spend hours on our cell phone, hours on social media, is going to be moving that same time in activities from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And even if you do that, it's going to be moved into the virtual space. And they're already setting up shop. So if that's what they're doing, what should we be doing? Individually. Unfortunately, we can't change global politics, global financial market. Politics in America is so bipolar. No one individual is going to be able to make a damage on anything. But you can do what Jim Rohn says. Build a financial wall around your house that nothing can penetrate it, so that you will still survive and thrive no matter what happens. But this is coming. Second wave of banking crisis that could rival the 2008 global financial fallout. Okay. Macro. You understand the difference between micro and macro. Macro, he's looking at the big picture. Macroeconomic expert George Gammon believes a second wave of bank failures is on the horizon. In a new update to his 480,000 YouTube subscribers, Gammon points to a parabolic burst of bank borrowing from America's Federal Home Loan Bank System and the newly formed Bank Term Funding Program as major indicators that signal more banking failures are on the way. When these troubled banks need liquidity, their first option, because it's way cheaper, is going to be the marketplace, the repo market, as an example. But they're very sophisticated lenders, so banks go to their next best option, which would be the FHLB. But they really hesitate to do that because although it's this stealth bailout, it is very expensive and the terms quite often are very draconian. All right, so in other words, we're looking at high class loan sharks. So let's say you're from the neighborhood and you need some fast money. Well, you can't go to the bank to get a loan because they're not going to give you a loan. You go to the local neighborhood loan shark who's willing to give you the money, but his interest is so freaking high, and you don't pay back, you're going to get your legs broken. So it's risky to go to the loan shark. This is what they're saying. Yeah, we need money, but the only way we can get money is through the FHLB. But if we do that, we're like signing our soul away because the cost is too high. And they end up taking us over. That's the name of the game. I said this before. I believe earlier this year, all the banking failures did what happened by design. They said they used crypto as a scapegoat. Crypto had nothing to do with it. The Federal Reserve is making moves, and they need to get rid of the smaller regional banks or marginalize them and take them over so that there's only 4 or 5 or 6 big banks, and those big banks need to use the Federal Reserve. So I want you to think about this. The banks need money, so they buy Federal Reserve bonds and get loans from the FHLB with a certain rate, okay? Then the Federal Reserve says, "Oh, we need to stop inflation and we don't want recession to happen, so we're going to raise the interest rates." So the moment they raise the interest rates, which is higher than what the banks originally started, the banks don't have enough money to pay even the interest. So what the banks do at that time, they go get a loan. They can get loans from 2 places. They can raise it through wealthy people, or they borrow from the Federal Reserve again. Okay, see, they already invested in the Federal Reserve bonds. The Federal Reserve raises the interest rates. Therefore, those bonds are now more expensive. Then the bank has to get a loan. If they go to the people, then they have to publicly state, yeah, we need to raise some money, which then can cause panic. What do you mean you need to raise money? Now, normally this happens all the time, but it happens behind the scenes. But this time around, something new happened. Most people are banking with their phones. Nobody's going into the bank branches anymore. So when word got out about that Silicon Valley bank that needed to raise money by Monday, which they would have done, one of the people that was on the mailing list panicked and sent out a major tweet, pull your money out right now. And it went viral in a matter of hours. Billions was drained from the bank. And what happened? That's when the FDIC swooped on in and shut their doors and took it over. The only other option for Silicon Valley Bank was to get a direct loan from the Federal Reserve, which at the time you really didn't have the FHLB, but they would have raised their rates, which the bank wouldn't have been able to afford. So the Federal Reserve got its wish anyway, one way or another. This is gangster stuff going on that's legalized. And they're still at it. Now, you might ask, why? Again, in my opinion, the reason is because they're clearing the path and the way. The ultimate goal is the Federal Reserve wants to bank directly with you. No American has an account with the Federal Reserve. It's the bank of the banks. They want to change that. Just like in the state of California, I said COVID was a test. And they give stimulus checks out. They want to give extra bonuses out. State of California sends out something like this: a state of California debit Visa card. And this was for what they called the middle class tax refund. I don't even qualify for that, but I do according to their laws. That's what they say, and I realize they say wealthy people don't pay taxes or anything. I mean, there's so many. If you are self-employed, there are so many things you can do to protect yourself and your money that it is crazy. I mean, according to the government, they think I'm broke. They're like, well, we got to go by your tax forms. But all the crypto that I reported, they don't count that as income. They count that as capital gains. If you understand the tax code, there's a difference. It doesn't matter how much money I had in the bank or go in. They go by, what is your tax return statement looking like? And then and they don't look at how much money did you gross, it's how much did you keep. So all the tax write-offs made it seem like I didn't make no money. I know how Donald Trump and all the others do it. They don't pay no taxes. But anyways, the Federal Reserve wants to have a direct account with the people and eliminate the middleman. And they want to institute the CBDC. That's a topic I've been talking about in Inner Circle all weeks for the past few weeks. But I'll only bring that up if this is brought up here. So let's see here. We've got, and I hope I'm making sense to you guys. If I'm making sense, type making sense, or you went over my head. Let me know so I know how to adjust. I try to teach in ways that my mom can understand. And if my mom's not understanding what I'm saying, then I'm not being effective. It's just showing off. So I want to make sure that I make sense. So Gammon says the latest from the Federal Reserve. Oh, I like that. You guys are on it. Making sense. Makes sense. Yep. All right. For those that I'm not making sense, it's okay. This is a safe place. There's no such thing as a stupid question or a stupid statement. We all had a beginning somewhere. Oh, don't be afraid. Gammon says the latest stats from the Federal Reserve Economic Data FRED system, which show sharp and ongoing rises in borrowing. See, this is not good. This is why he's saying it. If the banks are borrowing from the loan sharks, they're not good. They're desperate. It says signal the banking crisis is far from over. We know that the banking crisis is far from over because of the chart of the advances of the FHLB is still extremely high and going even higher. Look at over the time.
from the 70s, 80s, 2000, 2010. All right. What happened? This is where 2008. We had the last financial, it said the greatest recession since the Great Depression happened here. And look at the spike. Then it came down, but now we're spiking again. You see these? We're spiking again. Then if you look at from this, the Federal Reserve, let's see, Bank Terms Funding Program as of Wednesday. Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. Look at this. It just shot sky high, and it was never there before. The final metric to watch is the Federal Reserve's discount window, which is an emergency lending program designed to offer banks short-term loans. If and when the discount window spikes again, says Gammon, banks turning to that program will essentially be signaling to the market that they are absolutely bust. They have no other choice. You can't get a loan from the bank. You can't borrow from friends. You go to your parents trying to get some money. This is what the banks are doing. How we kind of time when you get the next wave of this crisis is by combining these two FHLB and BTFP charts with the chart of the discount window. And once you see that shoot up, you know that over the next few weeks, over the next few months, it's very likely that you see more of these banks go bust, possibly taking us into an environment that is very similar or even worse than the global financial crisis. So I always told you guys this year, I said this is going to be a hot summer. And I wasn't talking about the heat wave, and it has been. We've had the 4 days in a row, the hottest temperatures on the planet Earth ever, so that we can chart. That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about financially, geopolitically. This is a hot summer. So we're weeks away from seeing some banks having some problems. All right, what do I have here next? Arthur Hayes insists Bitcoin will be the currency of artificial intelligence. What? Be the currency of AI. In a freshly unveiled blog piece, Arthur Hayes, the former CEO of crypto derivatives platform BitMEX, posits that Bitcoin is the prime currency for AI. Hayes maintains that moving forward, BTC will be the favored currency for AI since they must use a system that is available at all times, digital, and completely automated. Arthur Hayes envisions AI and Bitcoin forming in an alliance, predicts price soaring to 700. What? Okay, when? He believes that Bitcoin price is going to soar to $760,000 a coin. Our 5-day challenge last week, I talked about this, guys. The market cycle of Bitcoin. So did Professor Oscar Sistrunk. The price right now being 30,000. I shared the timeline on where I think it will be the last time that anybody will be able to get crypto at a discount or Bitcoin at a discount. After that point, you're only looking at pieces, Satoshis. Yeah, I got 0.0045 Satoshis. They're like, how much is that worth? $2,000. Wait, 0.0045. You're only going to be able to get Satoshis if you own just a quarter of a Bitcoin right now, and you sit on it for the next 5 years, you will be in the top 1% of all asset holders in the world. What if you own one whole Bitcoin? Well, if there's only 21 million in existence, and that's not even that, really there's only going to be 8 to 9 million Bitcoin accessible. Most of it has been lost. 8 to 9 million. There's 51 million millionaires and billionaires on the planet. they can afford $30,000 Bitcoin without breaking a sweat. And when the day comes when they finally realize it and they all want one whole Bitcoin, there's not enough to go around. So what happens then? Supply and demand. The price goes way up, out of the price range of everybody else. Right now, it is still in the price range for everybody. Now, let me go back to this article here. But what happens when it's worth $760,000 a coin? The ex-chief executive of BitMEX has shared several essays on his CryptoHaze.substack.com blog. And on July 6, 2023, 2 days ago, he delved into Bitcoin and AI. Hayes envisions Bitcoin playing a crucial role in AI's future, as he contends in his latest essay that the dominant crypto asset will serve as food of AI. Hayes proposes that AI and robotics mainly focus on eradicating mundane tasks, freeing more individuals to chase their dreams and produce art and culture. He anticipates this leading as a resurgence of innovation and contentment. Okay. In the essay, Hayes argues that Bitcoin will ultimately emerge as the preferred currency for AIs. He expounds on how AIs necessitate a digital, automated, and censorship-free payment infrastructure, which traditional banking and fiat currencies fail to deliver. That is true. Blockchain-driven systems present desirable features, with Bitcoin being the optimal choice due to its limited supply, censorship resistance, and energy buying power. Again, which is why I am all over this dark fusion technology stuff. He says, Bitcoin is the monetary, he contrasts this with gold and fiat currencies by emphasizing their shortcomings and absence of digital efficacy. In the essay, Hayes declares, Bitcoin is a monetary instrument closest to representing pure energy. Oh, my head just exploded. Before I was in crypto, and before I was known as the Bitcoin Brandon, I was known as the business mindset coach. 25 years in the direct selling space, retired seven-figure earner. I was very big on, still am, personal development. People always ask, Brandon, how do I have success? I don't want to duplicate what you did and other guys did. What business do I need to join? Say, it has nothing to do with the company, nothing to do with the product, nothing to do with the compensation plan. You know, you can show me the best company out there, and I'll show you people in it that's dead broke, pushing it hard, dead broke. You can show me the worst company out there with the worst compensation plan, and I'll show you somebody making $1 million in it. It has nothing to do with that. When you've got the right skills and the right mindset, you can sell tires on the side of a freeway. Ice to an Eskimo. It has to do with this. And understanding money. Do you realize that we're being taught wrong? We're taught that wealthy people are greedy. They only think about money all day. That's not true. The people who think about money the most are the broke people. What? And they say, I had someone challenge me. They said, Brandon, you talk about the laws of the universe and law of attraction. So if broke people are thinking about money, shouldn't they be attracting it to them? This is where that whole movie and the book, The Secret, failed, is because people interpreted it wrong. Thoughts are things, that's true. What you think about the most becomes reality, that's true. However, there's something else to that. And it's called feeling. It's called emotion. What emotional and feeling do you have on that topic? Because you're creating a vibration, positive and negative. So if you're thinking about money all the time, but you have a negative vibration about it, you're feeling bad about it, you're going to attract things to keep you feeling that way about money, which means lack of. The people who think about money are the most of the brokest. I don't know if I have enough money to pay rent. I don't know if I have enough money to send my kid to school. I don't know if I have enough money. How am I going to get groceries this week? I can't put a full tank of gas in. How long will $10 last me? You go to the store. Well, what's the cost of this? I can't get this brand. I got to get the generic. No, can't get regular Kellogg's Raisin Bran. I got to get store-bought Raisin Bran. Oh, I've been there. I know how that all is. I know how we think. But here's what happens when you get money. You're not thinking about money. You're thinking about lifestyle. You're not worried about the cost of something. You get what you want. Because money is energy. How many times have you guys heard me say this? It's been a while. Last time I did some sort of a lesson on this was maybe 2 years ago in Texas at that Grandpa's Secret event, where I said money is energy. That reminds me, Miss Casa, if you could find that, you recorded that. If you could find that clip, let me know. Shoot that back over to me. Money's energy. And what did this guy just say right here? Bitcoin is the monetary instrument closest to representing pure energy. I had to stop on that because I've been teaching this for a decade. And the fact that he said it and he's attaching it to Bitcoin. So when you hear people say, cash is king. Oh, my wife's got my wallet. Cash is king. You know, Bitcoin is nothing, is made out of thin air. There's nothing. No, Bitcoin is energy. Therefore, that's money. You don't know what money is. You're working for a piece of paper. That dollar is not money. The former head of that's a whole nother. Maybe one Saturday night I'll do a call on that. The river of money. It's been a while. You know what? I don't have nothing scheduled tonight. Would anybody like to, if I did a talk on the river of money? It's been a while since I did that. I can do that tonight. Let me know in the chat box. All I was going to do is watch Marvel movies and play video games tonight. So let me know in the chat box if you'd like to do that. I'll do a special call tonight. The river of money. Okay, the former head of BitMix clarifies that artificial intelligence, AI, akin to humans, demands resources that must be procured and paid for. Hayes asserts that since BTC closely embodies pure energy, it is uniquely qualified as AI currency given its inherent need to conserve energy purchasing capacity. Gold and fiat fall short when compared to BTC's censorship resistance, long-term value. Decentralized exchange. Easy to use. Simple tokens, staking, real NFTs, batching. I'm reading it. Oh, okay. I see you guys. You guys want that river of money and energy. All right. I'm gonna go in on that tonight. I might have to turn the camera off at some points because if I see myself, I throw myself off and I can't do it. We'll see. Or I'll hide myself ability to see. Okay. We'll do that tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I will create a StreamYard link for it. Go ahead and explain. Who is that says that? Facebook user. Go ahead and explain the river of money. Yeah, I'll do that tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I will send out a StreamYard link in the groups. Can I post these articles? The only problem is if I post it in the chat group, it only shows up on YouTube. I would have to post. I'll post the articles in the ILCA Telegram group, and then you guys can take it from there and post it. So I'll do that right now. ILCA subscribers group. Okay, that's this one here. And then the BlackRock one that I'm going to do next here. It's that. And then this one I'm going to do next. The true test coming for Bitcoin. So these are the 3 articles I'm covering. So I'll do that as well. Okay. All right. So should AI and Bitcoin intersect in this manner? Hayes believes that Bitcoin's price will skyrocket. In his essays, latter portion, he ponders the potential price of Bitcoin given his theoretical union between the crypto asset and AI. In fact, Hayes' calculations, which factor in the AI economy size and other Bitcoin-related metrics, suggest that the digital asset could reach $760,000 within the next 2. Oh, that's what I was looking for. I was hoping, will he? Okay, let me keep reading this and I'm going to stop. Okay. Calm down, B. The next 2 to 3 years. Remember, the market will overpay for Bitcoin network growth if it believes there is a possibility that my assumptions could be true in the future. Oh, he's giving away his secrets. Hayes concluded in his latest missive, the most money is made when the market price adjusts from can never happen to maybe could happen. Okay. Let me tell you, I didn't expect this price until after the 2008 Bitcoin halving. We're talking 5 years from now. And then is actually 6 years. So I'm looking at 2029 is when I see the second, because there's going to be a Bitcoin bull run before this in around. Oh, I'm giving away stuff I'm only supposed to be talking to the inner circle about, huh? Oh yeah, all right. Let me shut up on that. Let's just stick with what he's saying here. $760,000 in 2 to 3 years. Then what he's going to say next, this is key. He says that the market will overpay. So when it gets this high, it's going to correct. When it corrects, that will be the last time the average person will be able to make a dent in their personal family's wealth using Bitcoin. That will be the last time. Good question. Rachel says, explain the Bitcoin halving. All right. So you know how people say Bitcoin is made up out of thin air. There's nothing real about it. While cash is king. Realizing that cash is also made up out of thin air. You know, they just print more of it whenever they want to. Did they find new gold somewhere to be able to print more money to represent it? No, they don't need to do that because they took us off the gold standard in 1971. So that whenever they need more money, just print more money. But if you print more money, what happens to the value of the money you already have? It goes down because there's more money already out there. See, Bitcoin, you don't just print more money. You don't just, we just want to print more Bitcoin. Bitcoin is proof of work. There's something going on to create Bitcoin. And what is it that's going on? Well, miners are building a blockchain. What is a blockchain? Hope you guys were in on my 5-day challenge because we go over this in detail. What is a blockchain? A blockchain is a ledger recording all transactions. But it is being done decentralized, not through a bank or a company. So who's the ones doing it? Everybody else. Millions of people out there have computers that are building the blockchain. But you're talking about time, money, and equipment. Time is not free. The equipment is not free. Where are you spending money? The electricity is not free. So how do you incentivize somebody to spend their time, their money, and their equipment to build this blockchain if they're not being paid to do it. The result is Bitcoin, because every time a block is created, the reward is Bitcoin. Therefore, that's why it's called proof of work. Bitcoin just being created has a value to it. I got to look at what's the late. I think right now it was four to $6,000 it costs for Bitcoin to be created like that. I don't remember, but it has a cost attached to it, and that's what the miners are doing. It's just like if you were going to go out there and you were going to dig for gold. Did everybody find gold that went digging for it? No. But if you did find gold, it changed your life, didn't it? Like the unsinkable Molly Brown, her family discovered oil and gold on their land. Change your life forever. But on the side, who ends up making the most money in a gold rush? Who ends up making the most money in a crypto Bitcoin digital gold rush? Not the people actually digging out there for gold, but the people selling picks and shovels. Why do you think I have an education company? I'm selling picks and shovels. What do you think Starvar is doing here with Dark Fusion? They're selling the picks and shovels for businesses to be able to tokenize themselves and use the Bitcoin layer 2 smart contract network. They're selling picks and shovels. What do you think Steam is doing here? Steam is not creating any games. They're selling the picks and shovels. Huh. Maybe some of you will really get that. But wow, this article just had my head exploding a lot. This is going to be my quote for the day. And because of that, yeah, I will tonight. I might regret it around 4 o'clock and be like, dang, I'm ready to take a nap or something. But at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock my time, we will do the River of Money, and I'll talk a little bit about what money actually is in a short period of time. All right, next up, BlackRock. See, and I would suggest too, if you guys got teams, a lot of you guys are in businesses that I didn't explain the Bitcoin halving part of that. I was leading up to it. So the Bitcoin halving means this. So if the miners are getting Bitcoin right now, every time a block is created, it's like 6.25 Bitcoin is created, is released into the system. It'll be another 100 years or so before the last Bitcoin is mined. And how's that possible? Because every 4 years, like we go to vote for president and elections every 4 years, the reward of Bitcoin is cut in half. So if we're doing 6.25 right now, then next year on the next halving, that should be around March or April of next year, the Bitcoin rewards will be 3.125 or something like that. Something around there. We're cutting it in half. So what happens is there's now less Bitcoin on the market. And when you have less Bitcoin on the market, the value of it goes up. Supply and demand. So we have seen a cycle going all the way back to the beginning of Bitcoin. You can see a predictable cycle after the Bitcoin halvings of when the next Bitcoin runs are going to take place. And those that are long-term, we prepare for that. I messed up the last one. 2020, I knew the halving was coming. December 2019, I did a lot of crypto talks and I made moves. I was making business moves because my goal was I need to accumulate as much crypto as I can before May, April of 2020, because I knew what was going to happen next. And what happened. November 2021, actually before that, what was it? March, April? I don't need to guess. This is how reading the charts means. So let's go back. The max. So I can go back to, April 2021, Bitcoin got to $60,000. Previous high was at 20,000 in 2017. But the run up after the last halving in 2020, which was around here somewhere, March, April, Bitcoin was at 7,000, 6,000, at one point $5,000. So from March 2020 to February, March of 2021, Bitcoin went from 5,000 to $50,000 to $60,000, and then November it got to $69,000. Unfortunately, the business moves that I made did not come to fruition, and I missed the boat. I'm not going to miss the boat this time around, because I predict same thing is going to happen again and then again. Every 4 years we see that cycle. That's why I work. That's why I came out of retirement this year. Okay. So that's what that means, Rachel, what Bitcoin halving means. All right, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink calls Bitcoin BTC digital gold. Says spot Bitcoin ETF will democratize crypto investments. Really? Spot Bitcoin ETFs will democratize it. BlackRock CEO. Now, you guys understand who BlackRock is? One of the largest investment firms on the planet. Trillions of dollars in holdings. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink believes that a spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund would make crypto investments more accessible to a broader range of people. He's correct. During a recent interview with Fox Business, Fink said that ETFs have been a game changer for the financial industry and have the potential to bring further innovation. We're a believer in the digitization of products. Stop right there. There are a lot of critics out there that are not. So, who are you going to listen to? This is where very important in the crypto space. Who do you listen to? This guy is the CEO of one of the largest investment firms on the planet, and he says they're a believer in the digitization. JP Morgan says digital assets in the future will be worth more than real world assets. Bank of America has 60 patents on blockchain technology. So if you see all of these giants doing this, why are you listening to Bubba in the barbershop talking about, oh, it ain't going nowhere, cash is king? I was listening to Dax this morning. That's what got me all hyped up. And he was like, nobody more successful than me called me whack. Why are you listening to people that don't know anything about this space? Even people you care about. Like your drunk uncle at Thanksgiving. You still in that Bitcoin crypto stuff? You still on a job? Just saying. So I'm following what they're doing here. He's not just saying it, he's doing it. We're a believer in the digitization of products. ETFs was a big revolution for the mutual fund industry, and it's really taking over the mutual fund industry. And we do believe that if we can create a great more tokenization of assets, and this is an interesting word for him to use, securities. SEC ain't down for that. And that's what Bitcoin is. Interesting. Okay, Bitcoin as an asset. Are you calling Bitcoin a security? It could revolutionize finance. And so we look at this as an opportunity to move one step further in terms of providing investors fractions of shares, fractions of this, democratizing the cost of investing. He's saying a lot. You got to be able to read between the lines. It's like, listening to a song and you hear the words, but you don't understand the meaning behind it. I don't read to read. I read to understand. That's why I break things down like this. I'm not just reading it. He's saying a lot here. In other words, democratizing. Imagine a house that costs $2 million. You can't afford that house. But what if it was digitized and you can buy a piece of it for $5,000? And now you might have 100 people owning a piece of the house. And when it's sold from 2 million to 4 million, you get your cut. Over the last 10 years, we've lowered the cost of BlackRock iShares ETFs by 30%. So what we're trying to do is make it more accessible or easy. The attempt in terms of what we're trying to do with crypto is to make it more democratized with all the crypto and making it much cheaper for investors. Right now, the bid-ask spread for crypto is very expensive. It does erode a lot of returns that you speak about because it costs a lot of money right now to transact Bitcoin, and it costs a lot of money to get out of that. According to the BlackRock co-founder and CEO, Bitcoin is an international asset that serves as an alternative to gold. That's something you should memorize. I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold in many ways. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country, or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in, let's be clear. Bitcoin is an internet. Oh, he's being specific. He's making a declaration. He's saying, hey, partner, I'm telling you what this is. Let's be clear about that. We can play big bank, take big bank. I represent $6 trillion. Let's be clear. Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency, America. So America, you can't control it. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative. He went gangsta on this one. You see that smile on his face? Remember this, because when I talk about the river of money tonight, the whole point is wealthy people always flow with the river of money. And they always look ahead to see where it's going, because does a river stay in one straight line? Is that how rivers work? Or do rivers wind and change direction and move around? He got that big ass smile on his face because he knows multiple trillion-dollar industry, and they got their finger right on it. The question is, do you? What moves are you currently making right now to be in front of the river of money? Oh yeah, I'm saying I haven't done the call tonight yet. Okay, let me hold that thought. I'll say that for tonight. All right. True test coming for Bitcoin, warns Bloomberg analyst Mike McGlone. And here's the timeline. True test coming for Bitcoin. Someone said, yep, Facebook user. I don't know who that is, but yep. What is the true test? And the timeline. This is what I really always look at, because I like to see what their timeline is compared to mine. And I say the same thing. I say there's a Bitcoin storm coming. There's going to be a storm that's going to wipe out most of the current crypto industry. These 9,879 tokens, it should drop down to probably less than 500. And the 774 exchanges should probably drop down to about 50 worldwide. And this has happened before, not in crypto, but in the internet. Remember the dot-com bubble burst? But it doesn't kill the internet. It didn't kill the internet. This is not going to kill crypto. What we want to be able to do is be positioned to find the programs that will survive. Who's going to be the next Netflix, the next Amazon, the next Alibaba, the next Facebook? That's what we're looking for. Okay. So what is their true test? And I'll see if I agree. Bloomberg's intelligence senior macro strategist Mike McGlone is warning that Bitcoin will likely face a big test in the second half of 2023. Second half. Really? McGlone tells his 58,800 Twitter followers that after a strong performance in the first half of the year, that is true, Bitcoin will likely have to endure tough recessionary conditions during the next 6 months. I still believe that we should see Bitcoin at a $15,000 price before the next bull run. And Ethereum's got to go down to about 1,000 or 1,100 bucks. Now, on the Nugent side, I was hoping that will be the price before we even get our tokens, 1,100. But it's still all good because it'll come back up to its all-time high, which is 4,800, somewhere around there. But I believe that this is going to drop to about, my guess is 15K. Others I've seen saying between 22 to 25K will be the low. And the worst case scenario, I've seen people saying anywhere between $7,000 to $10,000 a coin, Bitcoin. I actually hope it does go that low. Oh, I will be buying up. All right. The macro expert predicts that the stock market will start to decline and Bitcoin. I look at Hanif is asking, would you hodl ordinals? Oh, then he deleted it. I'm a little. Hey, Hanif, I saw that. We are live on Crypto Talk. Ask me that question. There. I saw that. Why do you think I'm doing freaking Starvara? What? I mean, people don't get it. It's about the technology, not the game. People are going to get it too late. And I would have already made some millions. All right, let's get back. Well, he did ask that here. Okay, he sent it me privately. Would you hodl ordinals? You know, it's a unique project with what they are doing with Satoshis and Bitcoin. Seems to have quickly. This is going to shock him. Why do you think I am in Starvara project? It ain't about the game, but technology of ordinals. Yeah, some people don't get it. Some people do. All right, so let me get back to this. The macro expert predicts that the stock market is going to decline. Now, in the other article, we already saw that they are already talking about, because of the bank's failure, what do you think that's going to do to the stock market? And so that last article said within the next couple of weeks to the next couple of months. Here it's talking about within the next 6 months. So the stock market is going to start to decline. Bitcoin will have a chance to prove itself as a store of value or digital gold by not dipping along with equities. Okay, based on past, whenever the stock market drops, so does crypto. Okay, so does crypto. It drops with it, short term. And then crypto recovers first before the stock market does. So just keep that in mind. So if people are looking at that as a reference, oh, we see the stock market dropping, Bitcoin's going to go up. Wait, buy the dip, because Bitcoin's going to go down as well. Wait for it. All right, Bitcoin's 84% gain in 1 hour was about double that of the NASDAQ 100 and consistent in annual volatility. It's 2 hours that may define the benchmark crypto as a high beta version of the stock market, or for its potential to be digital gold in a world going that way. This is only true if the Bitcoin ETFs are live. So, for example, if BlackRock and all the others in Inner Circle, we found what seven major firms around the world doing spot ETFs. If those are in place when the next stock market drops, if those are in place, so thank you. Now Hanif posted it. I read it out to everybody live. So I'm going to get to that in just 1 second. Let me finish this thought. If the BlackRock and the other ETFs are live and they got SEC approval, and then the stock market crashes down, the crypto market will follow suit shortly. But all of those institutional people are going to be looking for a safe haven. And because BlackRock is there, they're going to come into crypto, and you're going to really see it shoot through the roof. That's not happening now because those people are still nervous about getting in crypto in the first place. They think the on-ramp and off-ramp is too volatile. They're waiting for an ETF. So far, this is all correct. Now, Hanif is bringing up, would you hodl ordinals? No, it's a unique project with what they are doing with Satoshis and BTC. Now, ordinals, it's more than just one person or one company doing ordinals. Ordinals is about the entire Bitcoin layer 2 smart chain network, which is the coin leading the way right now is Pepe. And Pepe is it's like Dogecoin, like a joke. There's nothing real behind Pepe. And we covered that in Inner Circle Talk. But it's about the BRC20 network. This is only a few months old. You're going to have to be very careful. So all of these, look at this. This is called Ordi. These are all ordinal products. They're taking advantage of the Bitcoin layer 2 ordinals. And most of these are going to fail. Most of these right now are based on hype. The biggest one right now is Pepe. What you want to find is real world projects, which is what we're doing with Starvara, which is the technology behind it, Dark Fusion, which it doesn't matter what the game is because they're trying to be the Steam of the crypto space. And how many times have I stated, if you want to be wealthy in crypto, it's one thing to buy tokens. It's another to invest in the projects themselves. That's what I'm doing here. It's one thing to play the game. It's another to invest in the company. So for those that still don't get it, why I came out of retirement and building like I've never done before, if you're an investor in crypto and you are not paying attention to the BRC20 ordinals smart contracts layer, you're going to be left behind. I'm making sure I'm at the forefront of it. That's what this project is all about. But yeah, I would definitely hold only the projects that I know there's a real world aspect to it. The rest, I would treat them the same way I would treat meme coins on Uniswap or PancakeSwap. Short-term get rich quicks. Most of these are get rich quicks. They're just an idea. It's like when the internet first came about and people who figured out how to create websites, because at the time, nobody knew how to do that. Most people didn't know how to do it. But if you could create a website with a stupid idea, a Fortune 500 company will be willing to buy it from you for 10 million bucks or 50 million or 100 million. That's what caused the the dot-com era bubble burst. So right now, that's what's happening right now with the ordinals. It's so brand new. Really, 3-4 months old, that you've got these people are trying to be the first to do it. All right, so I hope that makes sense for you, Hanif, Mr. Brown. By the way, I said it before, I have so much respect from Mr. Brown. He's my son's a little older than my son, my oldest son, and he is going to be a multi-millionaire before he's 30 years old in anything he does in this space. So I'm watching his development very, very, very closely. All right. So back to this, the true test. Our bias is somewhat in the middle. We view a true test of Bitcoin is likely to come when the stock market enters a bear market at some point. Oh, and before people ask, Brandon, you keep showing this. How much does it cost to invest? $3,500. $3,500, and then just sit back and see what happens. Okay. So our bias is somewhat in the middle. We view a true test of Bitcoin is likely to come when the stock market enters a bear market at some point, typical in U.S. recessions. That is true. McGlone also warns that while past recessions, the Federal Reserve was quick to ease monetary policy. The central bank may be reluctant to do so this time around due to high inflation. During the two major economic contractions since the start of the millennium, drawdowns of about 50% in the S&P 500 were accompanied by substantial central bank easing. That may have changed. Bloomberg's economics points out that the Fed is unlikely to ease due to stubborn inflation. Our graphic shows Bitcoin hovering at the $30,000 pivot, but trailing the Nasdaq's second quarter rush. So you know what's going to end up happening? We're seeing reports that the Fed is going to raise interest rates again on the banks, maybe at least 2 more times this year, which is going to cause more bank failures, which is going to cause the stock market to drop. So will crypto, though, take advantage of that? According to McGlone, a weakening. Wait. How long is this article? Okay, I'm about to say I gotta hop on one of my clients in 30 minutes. According to McGlone, a weakening crypto market was already exposed during the second quarter of the year, as equities gained while top digital assets, which are tracked by the Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index, declined. Mid-year outlook: cryptos. The stock market continuing to post gains may chip away at the foundation for cryptos. That the Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index dropped in second quarter despite the sharp bounce in the Nasdaq 100 stock index suggests divergent weakness for the crypto market. A 2% drop in the Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index in the second quarter versus the 15% gain for the Nasdaq 100 stock index demonstrates relative crypto weakness. Our graphic shows the BGCI hovering below its peak from 2017 and the Nasdaq 100 breaking out higher despite federal funds future in 1 year, showing additional restraint. McGlone also says that headwinds are coming for risk assets like Bitcoin, as Bloomberg Economics predicts a recession in the second half of the year, with the U.S. unemployment hitting 3.6? I think it's at right now, last I looked. But now we got, they're talking about it going up to 4.3%. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, up from the current rate, 3.6%. Okay. There's another factor we need to pay attention to. We are coming up on election season. We've got the primaries in all primary debates start next month. We've got the politicians picking sides on crypto from the Republicans and the Democrats. We've got Donald Trump. We've got indictments or no indictments. We got Joe Biden being old. We got wars and rumors of wars, recessions, inflation. There's a whole bunch of unknowns that just reading a chart is not going to tell you. Too many unknowns that can mess this all up. So we got to pay attention to. All right, let me stop sharing screen. that brings us to the end of our crypto talk again. Brandon, how do I get in on those ordinal stuff? What are you talking about? $3,500. You're getting a software access key and 20,000 tokens. And you can get as many as you want right now. There's a limited supply. And the market doesn't know about it yet. So you want to invest? There you go. I didn't say nothing about playing a game, loot boxes, none of that stuff. I'm talking about the technology that's making it work. All right. I will do tonight. I'm inspired now. Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to host the River of Money. And that money is energy. I'm going to host that tonight. I'm going to have fun doing it. It's been a while. And tomorrow night, I got a Starvara presentation and team training. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And then Inner Circle. For those of you that are brand new and this is your first time listening to our crypto talks, you're getting a little of a taste of what we do. I do this 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. It kicks off my day. But I do it for our Inner Circle. That's not free. That's $49 a month. So if you want to be a part of our Inner Circle to get this information in more detail on a daily basis, send a message to whoever invited you. Ask them if they're a part of the Inner Circle already, and we'll show you how to get involved in that. But with that, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay cool. I will be back later on tonight. Bitcoin Brandon out. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.